Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of February the 21st through the 27th. My apologies, I'm being so late getting this out. This week has just been kind of crazy with everything going on for me. I hope you have had a much calmer, more calm and peaceful week than mine. But I have a little bit of breathing time right now. I thought this is a great time to catch up on my videos and hopefully I'll get them all out before midnight, before it actually becomes the 21st. I guess we'll see, huh? Getting close, getting close. All right, so let's look at your weekend first, Sagittarius. What I have coming up here, first of all, Saturday, Eight of Pentacles. You're not getting any work accomplished on Saturday. So that means that if you're going and clocking in on the job, you're probably not getting much accomplished. You may not be clocking in on the job even if you're scheduled to. But also, if you were planning on getting some work done around the house or doing volunteer work, probably a good idea to schedule a rain check date because it's just not happening. Looking at Sunday, we have the Empress coming up in reverse. This is not my favorite card to see coming up in reverse. This basically says that whatever you were afraid might happen on Sunday is what actually happens. And why is that? Well, it's because you're, instead of focusing on what you actually want to have happen, what your thoughts are gravitating towards is, well, what if this goes wrong? Or what if that happens instead? What if I can't actually do that? And so instead of actually focusing on what you want, we see that you've been focusing on what you don't want. That's what creates the opposite of what you want in a situation. So if you see this far enough ahead of time, you want to catch those thoughts that are not going in the direction that you would like them to and turn them around so that you can actually manifest what you want on Sunday instead of what you're feeling kind of anxious about. All right, let's move into the week now. We're starting with Monday. Nice card for Monday. You've got the Five of Pentacles showing up in reverse. This just says that if you've been feeling a little bit left out socially by the time Monday rolls around, no more. Now you're feeling like you're involved. You're a part of the social groups that you hang out with, or at least one that maybe you felt a little isolated in. And then also, this would say that you've got some breathing room in your finances. So this could be coming in one way or the other way or both ways for you. But breathing room in the finances, maybe somebody gave you a little extra money. Maybe you got a nice bonus at work. Maybe you just paid off your cell phone or your car or your home or something. So you've got a little extra breathing room on your finances. Or you're no longer feeling like you're on the outside fringes of a social situation. One or the other, maybe both. Now, on Tuesday, Sagittarius, you guys have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords just means you have a bright idea. You have a new understanding about something. Something really clicks. It's an epiphany of a new understanding, which basically just means that you're understanding something now at a level you did not understand it before. And when you have this understanding, not only does it talk about whatever it is that you were trying to understand, but it also sort of has chain link reaction to other things in your life as well. So it kind of becomes this big aha moment that touches a whole lot of aspects of your life, not just one. Excuse me. All right, Sagittarius, on Wednesday, we have the Eight of Cups coming up in reverse. Not my favorite card to see because the Eight of Cups talks about that in the past, there was something that you walked away from that was making you feel exhausted or depleted. And now, with this card coming up in reverse, we see you walking back to that situation or that relationship or that work environment or whatever it was that you walked away from. We see you walking back to it. And so, hopefully, you've got some reason to believe that things are going to go different this time, that it's not going to make you exhausted or depleted. And I'm going to wish you the best of luck with that situation. I always kind of hate to see that because I've walked back into situations before that left me exhausted or depleted. And within 20 minutes, I was like, oh, yeah, this is why I left here, or this is why I left that person. So I'm going to wish you best of luck. Hopefully, your plans will be unfoilable and you'll make the situation better than it was last time. All right, so let's move on to Thursday. Here we have the Page of Swords. This just tells me that you're digging into some kind of secrets of the universe, as I call them, which is basically anything that influences our world that we're not taught about in fourth grade, in public school, and probably not even in private school either. And so this can be anything from the paranormal to metaphysical laws to ESP, remote viewing, tarot reading, any other of the psychic arts, any of that. So we see you digging in to something like this. Now, you may be digging in just to see, is this real or not? For most of you that are watching me, you're probably watching me before Thursday. You probably already think it's probably real at the minimum. You may have ultimate faith in it too by now. So for you who already know that the secrets of the universe are real, you are expanding your knowledge around one of the secrets of the universe and looking at more practical ways to be able to use it in your everyday life. Woo, woo. I like it. Okay, last card for you, Sagittarius. This is Friday. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You're the second sign that got this card. I don't think they got it on Friday, though, and I don't remember who it was. So, Ten of Pentacles in reverse just says that as far as in your group of people that would be either family or tribe, you're not feeling very secure or very stable. You may feel like there needs to be more income to take care of everybody in the tribe. And so this is a card that says I'm not where I want to be with resources for myself in this tribe. And so it's also a card of not only acknowledging that, but also figuring out, well, what can I do about it? And maybe even taking steps towards bringing some more stability into this situation. It's a proactive card. So I don't, even if it's not my favorite message, a proactive card I'm never unhappy to see because I know that taking action always helps us get over to the other side of whatever the challenge is. So I'm not worried about y'all. Okay. So thank you guys. That's what I have for your week. I'm glad that you were here. Just a couple of little tweaks and adjustments and your thinking along the way, and you'll have a pretty good week. You'll have a pretty good week anyway, but you can get through the challenges much faster if you adjust your thinking a little bit. Focus on what you want, not on what you're feeling anxious about. If you guys would like to know a little bit more about me and the different services I offer, because there is a plethora of them, you can check out my website right here above my head. A lot of people try to make it into a Mr.com.info or a Mr.info.com or a Mr.com. There is no .com. There is no .com. It's just a Mr.info if you want the information on me. Okay? So, everybody, thank you very much once again for being here. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you guys back on the next video if I don't see you before that for an appointment. Peace out.